Since October 7, 2023, Gaza has witnessed one of the deadliest bombardments in modern history. Over 60,000 Palestinians, mostly women and children, have been killed, while more than 125,000 have been injured. Homes, schools, and hospitals lie in ruins. Human rights groups describe it as a genocide, a violation of international law and the sanctity of human life. As the attack continues to intensify, Muslims in Nigeria joined the global movement for peace, justice, and freedom during the 2025 Aqsa Day, organized by the Muslim Awareness International, MAI, in Lagos.
It's about $300 billion.
The event, which was held on 5th September 2025, coincided with the Mawlid Nabiyy public holiday, creating the avenue for concerned people from all walks of life to join the day's program. It features a special Jumu'ah prayer session, a symbolic rally, and lecture under the theme, End Genocide in Gaza. In his address, the director of MAI, Waheed Atoyebi, raised strong concern stating how innocent lives have been lost and make a clarion call for the world must speak out and respond by putting the ongoing genocide to stop.
We request and we seek all meaningful individuals to boycott Israeli products and severance of diplomatic ties with Israel. From the Nigerian government and African countries and other countries of the world to sever their relationship is because we are still seeing them as if they have power. That is why they continue this oppression. Please, the little we can do is for us to also boycott their product. My brothers and sisters, Palestinians are not statistics. We don't use human beings to count statistics. We're just counting how many dead today, how many dead tomorrow. This is not chicken. These are not chickens. They are human beings like us. Our brothers and sisters in faith and in humanity, their suffering is our suffering. Let us declare with courage and conviction, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala support us and assist them to have peace and eventually have freedom like any other country in the world. Long live Gaza!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Gaza!
Activist and lecturer Abdul Shakur Yekini urges the Nigerian government to cut military ties with Israel, resist its growing influence across Africa, stating silence in the face of injustice is complicity.
The insecurity has spiked in Nigeria, and that is the tactics. It's one of the tactics. They deliberately create this scenario to tell the government that we can help you solve the problem, and then they get your government enmeshed in unfinished wars and crises. This is how it has been. That was why the countries of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, they knew what they were doing when they sacked their elected government and the military took over. Because France was in those countries. For what? To provide security. But the more France stayed, the more insecurity those countries have, and the more money they have to cover out with the resources in their country to pay France. The military guys woke up and said, no, we can't accept it. And they sent away France. The rate of insecurity has done what? Has gone down. It is to tell you that they are the same people who do the same thing to say we are going to come to your rescue.
Delivering the sermon for the day's Jumu'ah's prayer, Dr. Abdullah Shuaib reminded worshippers of the Prophet's teachings on unity, compassion, and the duty to stand against oppression.
The focus of this sermon is on the need for Muslims, the need for the believers to ensure at all times that we not only make mere statements that I'm a Muslim, I'm a believer, and I believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, without matching our thoughts with our statement, with our actions. The three must go together. Our thoughts, our statements, and our actions. One should not betray the other.
Then the group embarked on a peaceful rally to further create awareness and raise their voice for the world to take decisive actions towards the plight of the Palestinians dying in Gaza.
Free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Gaza! From the river to the sea. Palestine must be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine must be free. Free, free Gaza. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Gaza. Free, free Palestine. From the river to the sea. Palestine must be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine must be free. Palestine must be free. From the river to the sea. Free, free Gaza. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Gaza. From the river to the sea. Palestine must be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine must be free. Palestine must be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine must be free. From the river to the sea.
The non-Muslim for congratulating us for today's holiday. At the same time, we want to encourage them to join us in the advocacy for peace in Nigeria and peace in Palestine. Today, we use it as a day to hear our voice to the voiceless people of the Palestine. The Gazans have suffered over the years, and it became terrible in these years, in the last couple of years, from October 7, 2023. And that is why we want them to join us, because this fight is not just against the Muslim. There were Christians, there were churches that have been burned down in Gaza and in Palestine generally. So we could see that this is a fight against humanity. And we believe that Nigerian Christians are human beings who have feelings and they want peace in the world. So let them join us to talk to the government and the whole world leaders to stop and find a solution to the peace, to the crisis in Palestine.
The whole world today is waking up from their slumbers. And that is why you can even find non-Muslim nations, making a very strong advocacy, for this war that is going on, where we have seen massive genocide that has not been seen before happening in the 21st century. So it will be out of place for my Muslim Awareness International not also to be part of those making the advocacy. We have a responsibility to also add our voice, to the voice of those who mean well for humanity, that this program must stop. This ceasefire must be put in place by all means, because we are talking about lives of children, of women, and the elderly one. So this is one of the ways through which we also feel that in Nigeria here, let us also raise the awareness bar. Let us add our voice to the voice of those calling for ceasefire, put a stop to this war, because no any nation in the world has gone to war and then through that war, they conquer. They still have to come back to the round table where they have to judge. So why this needless killing on a daily basis of innocent children and women in the name of what? In the name of Hamas.
Renowned communication expert and lecturer in the Lagos State University, Dr. Ganiyah Tijani Adenle, lends her voice to the matter. She says the plight for the Palestinians must not be normalized. She calls on the global community, including Nigeria, to take part of the moral responsibility to act decisively.
The genocide in Gaza is happening right in front of the world. And Israel knows that nothing is going to happen because the impunity has been allowed to go on since 1948. And we all have a role to play. And the role of Gaza is not a religious role. There are Muslims in Gaza, there are Christians in Gaza. It's a humanity test. It's about whether we believe in the institutions that we have established. Is the United Nations functional? Is there human rights? Is there rule of law? And Gaza's war has shown that there is no standard for the same set of people. The Gazans animals are actually being evicted from Gaza, while human beings are killed for doing absolutely nothing. Snipers shoot children merely for existing. The number of journalists that have been killed in Gaza is higher than the number of journalists that have been killed in even the world wars.
Through prayers, lectures, and rallies, the 2025 Aqsa Day in Lagos became more than a commemoration. It was a statement of conscience, a renewed cry for justice, and a reminder for the liberation of Al-Aqsa Mosque, and the freedom of Palestinians remain a shared responsibility for humanity.
Free Palestine!